Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Dream Big Today, and this is our new nuggets. I'm so excited to come share with you uh, Psalm 71. Today is a good day for everything you could possibly read in the Bible. Psalm 71, the theme of that is God's constant help from childhood to old age. Our lives are a testimony to what God has done for us. Sometimes you just need to stop what you're doing and just think about how awesome it is that He has been with you through thick and thin, and He's not done yet. And so this is an anonymous author. We don't know who wrote this, but I'm so glad he did. This first part of it is like a prayer of confidence. We can use this psalm as a prayer. You can form it to whatever fits you today. But he says, Lord, he or she, Lord, I have come to you for protection. Don't let me be disgraced. Save me and rescue me. For you do what is right. This is God's righteousness. Turn your ear and listen to me. Have you ever just had felt like you was pleading with God? Well, he hears you. You might have to plead with somebody else, another human, to listen to you, but God hears you. Be my rock and say of safety, where I can always hide. Give the order to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. And the psalmist lists some things here. Well, I've kind of got I've stacked my Bibles so that they might slip. Um, the psalmist lists some reasons for life's trials throughout this. Let's look at verse 4. My God, rescue me from the power of the wicked. This is those ungodly foes, those people that just agitate you. Maybe it's more of a bullying thing. Maybe there's just always something that they find that you're doing wrong or critical. Maybe worse than that. But he says, save me from the clutches of cruel oppressors. And then verse 9, he's talking about an uncertain future. Now, in my old age, don't set me aside. You know what? That's kind of a concern for somebody my age. As we get older, our we're not going to have be as productive as we once were, but I want to be productive in my older years. But I really want to just completely just do everything I can, be as healthy as I can, and die healthy is my goal. Um, and then he another reason for trials is unfaithful friends, and that's sad. He says, "For my enemies are whispering against me. They're plotting together to kill me. They say God has abandoned him. Let's go get him. There's no help for him now." And then there's God's sovereignty. And in 19 through 20, your righteousness, O God, reaches to the highest heavens. You have done such wonderful things. Who can compare to you? You have allowed me to suffer much hardship, but you will restore me again. See, we learn, excuse me, like Paul, through suffering. We can our faith increases, our hope is changes. We shift what we're focusing on to what really matters. I want to back up to one of the verses, verse 6. Yes, you have been with me from birth. From my mother's womb, you have cared for me. No wonder I'm always praising you. Now, what what popped up at me when I read that is your thoughts on abortion. If God thought about that little one on conception day, on even before he created the world, he had that person in mind. Yes, it's a baby and it's not born yet, but it will grow to be a an adult. We you know, Well, so then there's the option, oh, this is inconvenient for me, or something bad happened to me, and this was the result. Well, you know what? I got to thinking, I wonder how many famous people that we know of that were survivors of either a botched abortion or a almost had an abortion. So listen to this. I just wrote a few of them down, but those that were almost aborted was Steve Jobs. Look what would have happened if that would have been. We wouldn't be using our iPhones today. Oprah Winfrey, Tim Tebow. His mom has been told that because of a disease or something she had contracted that he would not be normal. You should abort. Pope John Paul II, Nick Cannon, Justin Bieber, Jesse Jackson, Janet Sheen, Sheen's wife, Jack Nicholson, Celine Dion, Brooke Shields, Cher, Eartha Kitt. All of these people was the mother considered abortion due to a rape or something like that. Some of them that I had read about had survived the attempted of that. But just look what they did as they continued walking. God had a plan for them. He cared for them in the mother's womb for them to be able to be who he created them to be. Now, interesting, some of these people believe in that, believe in abortion, which I find is crazy for them because they're alive. So, anyway, that was one of my thoughts. Another one was in verse 7. My life is an example to many because you have been my strength and protection. So, what I saw in that is somebody's always watching you. Will by them watching you make them be interested in who you serve, or will it want them to completely stay away from church? Now, James 1 verse 2 and 12 talks about life's trials. He says, consider it great joy, my brothers, whenever you experience various trials. And then verse 12 says, a man who endures trials is blessed because he passes the test. He will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him. So life is a test. This is something that we walk through every day, but we can pass this test by what we're reading each and every day. Verse 18, I want to hop onto that one. Now that I'm old and gray, do not abandon me, Lord. Let me proclaim your power to this new generation, your mighty miracles to all who come after me. Well, as I thought about that, there were so many people that I get to talk to or just give encouragement to are considerably younger than me. They're age of my kids, my grandkids. And I'm getting to do that. And I thought, that's me. My picture could be right there by that today. So overall, remembering God's lifetime of blessing will help us see the consistency of his grace throughout the years. Trust him for the future and share with others the benefits of following him. Now, if I would put this prayer, this Psalms into a prayer, here is my prayer today. Not, I guess not an if, because I've already written it out in a prayer for me today. Father, you are my rock and my fortress. You have rescued me many times from the clutches of the enemy. I put my hope and my trust in you. You cared for me and planned the path of my life before I was born. I will praise you in the valley and on the mountaintop. You are with me as I age, letting me proclaim your power to this generation. I will shout for joy and sing your praises, for you ransomed me. This is the day the Lord has made. will rejoice and be glad in it. That's Psalms 118:24. Have a blessed day. And tomorrow, Catherine will be here in the morning to share the word with us.